Turn your great idea into a reality with Squarespace. They make it easier than ever to launch your passion project, whether you are showcasing your work or selling products of any kind. With beautiful templates and the ability to customize just about anything, you can easily make a beautiful website all by yourself. But if you do get stuck, Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning customer support is there to help. Head to squarespace.com/grace for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code GRACE, G-R-A-C-E, to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Not too deep.
Hey guys, producer-director Jack Ferry here with a little content warning. This episode has some mature content in it, specifically about recreational illegal drug use, in case that's something you don't want to listen to or watch.
Not too deep. Not too deep. With Grace Helbig.
Welcome to another episode of Not Too Deep. I'm very excited today, as always, because we have a wonderful, wonderful human being. She's an amazing comedian, amazing writer, and all around like my awkward, nervous, shy soul sister. Cate Freedman is with us today. She has starred in and created the TV Land series Teachers. She's in a bunch of other things happening right now, and she's worked at Victoria's Secret and has basically talked to pervs frequently. So we're going to get into all of that on this episode of Not Too Deep with Cate Freedman. Cate Freedman.
Hi.
Hi. I'm so excited that you're here.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
This is a very thrilling episode. And I want to talk to you about Teachers. I want to talk to you about the show in the Edinburgh Fringe Fest that you directed.
Oh my gosh.
But I first want to talk to you about Coachella.
Okay.
Because we were just talking that you went to, what was the music festival you just went to?
I just went to North Coast Music Festival in my hometown of Chicago.
Okay, and you're obsessed with Miguel.
Yes, I am.
Who I just learned about.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy you just learned about him, and I hope millions of other people also learn about him.
Yeah, Cate now works for the Grassroots Miguel Promotion Foundation.
I'm just trying to get like a free vape pen. He has these like...
Does he have his own line of vape pens?
I mean, I've seen him. I follow his fiance, or maybe they already got married. I'm obsessed with her too. And she has one, and it's like really cool.
Well, you're manifesting,
yes.
Put it out into the universe. But you said that you went to this festival to relive your Coachella experience,
Yes.
which tell me about that.
Oh gosh.
Because I've never been to Coachella.
Oh boy.
And every year I think about going, especially because Beyonce was headlining.
Holy crap.
And I chicken out every year. I don't know if I chicken out or I just like forget and then get over it.
Totally.
But it looked incredible.
Oh gosh. I wish you were there. I hope you'll consider coming next year.
Okay. How many times have you gone?
I have only gone once, but I do deem myself an expert now.
Okay.
Only once. Actually, Coachella 2018, funnily enough, if that's a word, was actually my first real music festival.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And since that date in late April, I am now, I now just live to go to music festivals.
Okay. What is it about them that like converted you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't know. Is it the magic of music? Is it the like partying that I missed out on in my teens and my early 20s? Because I was like straight edge for so long. Not that you need to partake in anything to enjoy Coachella because it's its own thing. But it was just, obviously very excited about the lineup. Beyonce, Miguel, Jamiroquai. I mean, the greatest. And my best friend growing up, she also loved Eminem, and he was closing it out. And I was like, we should go. I was kind of like having a midlife freak out of like, will I ever have money again? When could I ever go to Coachella? And my best friend at home, she's the best. Her name's Autumn, and she had just had this like kind of like hard ass year that was just like brutal. And I was like, we need to go and do something epic and celebrate. Yeah. And, we're both about to turn 30. She's turning 30 this fall and me next year. And I was just like, we got to do it up before we can't do it up anymore. This is my last chance. So we got the tickets. And my friend was like, you did what? And she was shocked. And we went for obviously all 3 days. And
amazing.
Yeah, amazing. A lot was learned. Like, I think the beauty of the festival was everyone getting together, singing, because everything's so ass rotten right now.
Yeah,
that, like,
yeah. That there's some glimmer of hope when everyone's
Yes.
having a purely wonderful time.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And, it sounded cheesy before, but then when I went and like, you've got strangers, dancing a space cowboy and like, doing some type of like weird ballroom dancing and like greeting each other like this. Like, it was just like, oh, like I finally at 29 have found my people.
This is your community now.
Yes, this is my home.
What is the biggest, I guess, lesson you learned or like piece of advice you could give of like new festival goer?
Like I'm kind of embarrassed to talk about it, but like I will, don't ever do Molly 3 days in a row.
Oh, that's a good sound piece of advice.
Grace, do not do it.
And that
Do
come
not.
down notes. I'm writing them. The come down must be so intense.
Holy mother of God. I'm kind of joking, but I'm also kind of dead serious when I say like I am grateful to still be here.
Oh God.
Like, holy
I can
God.
imagine. Yeah.
That was
in the
stupid.
moment you're like, I'm never coming down.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I'll bounce back. Like I'm drinking so much water. I'm taking vitamins. I'm having a few meals a day. Like I'll totally be
doing
good.
human survivor things.
Oh boy. I guess maybe it was also important to note that maybe it was like my first time also doing Molly.
Oh, so you went hard.
I went hard and it was really ignorant and like, I a little, as someone who like researches like every little thing wrong with them health wise.
Sure.
This was the one time I decided to bypass Google and not be like, hey.
Just blindly jump in. Yeah.
Why? I don't know. And of course, like Beyonce, like that's the most epic thing. Like,
Oh, God.
I mean, I had never,
Yeah.
Did you watch it on YouTube?
I watched some of it, but I went to the VMAs like a couple years ago when she did like an abridged version of Lemonade for
Oh
like
my
15 minutes.
God.
And I felt like I was on Molly.
Yeah.
Like it was so above and beyond better than all the other people that have been performing. It was so good that you were just like, how is someone so good?
Oh, that like truly I was left with that question as
Yeah.
well. Like I mean both of us just jaws on the floor like every minute of that. Like it was like obviously like I have no musical talent even though like I wish I did, but
Same.
like if we did like
Can you imagine? Unstoppable.
unfreaking stoppable. But like that, I felt like I was like, it was a masterclass in everything, music,
Yeah.
all that. But like also in performance, like I had never, like as like a theater and comedy geek, like, oh my God, like I had never seen anything like that.
Such stage presence.
Holy crap. And
Yeah.
Destiny's Child coming out, like that was
Right.
like, dude,
hit
come
you in all
on.
the nostalgic feels.
Without a doubt, like when you're there with your best friend, like since kindergarten, and like you never think you get to like be like, up close and personal with the songs that we sang like every
Yeah.
day. And it was just like, it was beautiful. It was truly, aside from my ignorance in partaking in illegal street drugs, which like, again, like, everyone be safe. Buy testing packets. Don't do it, kids.
But I think that's like very practical advice. And I think that there will be listeners and watchers out there that will be like, noted, thank you. I was about to do something terrible for myself.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, let's talk about teachers.
Yes.
This
teachers.
was a big part of your life.
Absolutely.
Because we had Kathryn Thomas on an episode a few weeks ago, and she was telling us all about it. And it sounds like such an insane, wonderful opportunity to have this like group of women then get to create a TV show together.
Yes, it was it was a dream come true. It was crazy.
Yeah. So how did you
Unbelievable.
guys all come together?
Absolutely, yeah. I started as a sketch and improv comedian in Chicago, and that's where I met the rest of the group, and we all had the same name, and we thought it would be like, ha ha ha, we're gonna do an improv show, and like this is so funny. And we thought it'd be a one-off, but we had so much fun, and we kept going and going and going, and before you know it, 5-6 years later, we're getting the craziest opportunity in the world.
That's so nuts. Yeah. So did you guys all move to Los Angeles like together collectively?
No, that would have been cool. It was kind of a few of us moved out here earlier than the other half, and then as like things started to heat up here, everybody kind of came out. So it was like a little bit of space, but kind of kind of the same time.
Gotcha.
Kind of the same time.
Okay, and your character AJ, the description is loves a snack and believes she would have been in jail had she not become a teacher. How similar is real life Cate to this character?
Painfully similar. Grace. Okay. Painfully similar.
How did you guys all write your characters as kind of versions of yourselves in a way? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We kind of, when we sat down, because it started as a web series.
Okay,
which is super fun, that we actually shot at the middle school I actually attended.
Really?
Which was, and baby, better believe some of the teachers are still there.
Oh, wow.
Which was interesting.
But I don't know if that's like sweet or depressing.
Oh my God. I didn't either. At first I was like, oh, this will be sweet. Like this is that moment where like it all comes together. And there's this, I loved like reading and writing in school, but I still am, like I'm painfully shy and like awkward. And like, it's, I was never the one to like raise my hand in class because I was so fucking terrified.
Yeah.
And there was this one language arts teacher that, really picked on me, and it was like middle school is like that's not the time to do that.
And everyone is firing on all cylinders, and everyone is nervous, and these are the times that the memories will stick with you for the rest of your life.
Without a doubt. I mean, these are the moments that shape us. But she went really hard on me, and because I was so quiet, there was a disconnect for her between like the papers I would send in versus the person that she would get in class, and she called my mom, and she was like, Cate is a plagiarist, and blah, blah. And I was like, oh God. Yeah.
Just because you were a good student?
Because I was a good writer, but like I couldn't prove it in person,
right.
I guess. I don't know. It was very painful and scarring for me. Anyway, she was there when we filmed the web series, and I was like, this is my moment. And I was like, hey, Miss M, like, remember me? And like the blankest face. She had no fucking clue who I was. And I was like, come on, around 2003, I was in here, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I guess I'm shooting a web series now. So it all worked out. And she was it was so her. She was just like, I guess some of us just need more time to blossom.
Oh, ow. What a bitch.
What a fucking bitch.
Oh my God.
What a bitch. Just cruel to the very end. Like, wouldn't let me, like, can we come together? It's 20, whatever it was. Like, I'm kind of an adult now. Yeah. And I was like, dang, she got me again.
And you play it back in your mind, just like middle school, of everything you could have said right back to her.
Absolutely.
That's so nuts.
It was nuts.
Well, okay, my question for you about filming the TV show. I am always very nervous and uncomfortable around children. And you guys had so many on set all the time, it seemed like. What was that like for you?
You know what? I like the same way. And was scared, but having the kids around, like, honestly, it was like the best part.
Really?
They're so funny and sweet. And, the beauty of being able to shoot it in Los Angeles is that all these kids are about 15 million times more experienced than us. So like, there's so much to learn. I mean, they're freaking good. Like, you get them in front of the camera and they just go, and you get to learn a lot. And also, like, I mean, it sounds creepy and weird, but like, having some younger friends is cool, man. Like they were like legitimately like very cool, and I was definitely intimidated at first, but truly filming with the kids, and gosh, some days there'd be 60, 70, 80 kids of different ages. It was the best part,
That's cool.
Hit up Crafty and see, like, can anyone teach me how to ride Heelys? Like, what are you into? Stuff like that. It was like truly the loveliest part. It was great. It was great.
What's the fan base like for teachers? Do you have people that stop you from the show?
Yeah.
Have you had any weird encounters in that realm at all?
that would have been cool if I did, but like truly every encounter has been like really lovely, and like the people who watch the show are like very kind and supportive. Like any little run-ins. I met the nicest kid at North Coast the other week. It's like, oh my God, you're Feldman, right? And I'm like, yes, I am. And you've caught me at a music festival, which is perfect because I guess I have
Living out the
become Miss
character.
Feldman in real life. But yeah, no, everyone lovely, lovely, lovely. Like people,
That's awesome.
I'm very afraid to fly. And it's embarrassing, and I white knuckle it and I cry. And I truly like, there was a flight I was taking from Denver back to here. And it was the worst weather ever. Like, flight attendants like strapped in like this bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. And I got very, very scared. And so I was like wailing, and I was like, God, please, I'll do better. I'll do better. Like it was at that. And just like people were like, what the fuck? And then, but they were still cool. And they were like, hey, like I love the show. And I was like, thank you. I'm so embarrassed. Thank you so much.
That's so
So
at your
everyone's
most
nice.
vulnerable moment.
Absolutely. Everyone,
supportive.
Yeah, they've been there for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, you directed Kimber Hall's show.
Yes.
And it's called I've Always Been a Storm.
Yes.
How did that go?
Oh my gosh. It was a very meaningful and very cool experience.
Yeah,
Like,
what's the concept of the show?
absolutely. It's this magical, wonderful kids show, although both Kimber and I think that adults can enjoy it too.
Sure.
And it follows this wonderful, like, fairy-like character named T, who is really like truly like Kimber came up with a brilliant show. But this character T, who is a storm cloud that works at Weather Systems Incorporated.
Whoa.
Yes, and the clouds that work there are separated into brute force clouds and gale force clouds. And T found that they didn't fit in with either one of them. So it's a children's show encouraging people to feel free to be themselves, and, exploring the possibilities beyond the binary for
Whoa.
all of us, really, but for kids too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really awesome. It's kind of inspired by my dear friend Kimber, their actual story and coming out to their family and
Gotcha.
all that kind of stuff. So it was really very, very special.
That's super cool. Is it happening anymore?
She did 30 days of the show at Fringe.
Yeah, which is
and-
an intense, insane experience,
Oh my
I'm sure.
God. I can't even imagine. I wanted to
Yeah.
go so bad, but
Yeah.
it just didn't, scheduling wise didn't work out. But I think it closed 2 weeks ago, and we're hoping to do it in LA, or maybe turn it into like one of those shows that would travel all around. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I'm from Chicago and Kimber is from St. Louis, and just
cool.
the thought, Kimber was really inspired to really do the show because it's like the show that they wish they could have seen when they were a kid, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like the thought of like being able to tour it, I think is really enticing to us, and hopefully we'll be able to do that, or at least just have it in LA.
Yeah, well, I hope it works out.
Thank
It
you.
sounds incredible, and
Thank
it
you.
sounds like something with such an important message
Absolutely.
now,
I think
and
so.
packaged in a way that is digestible for adults and kids.
Absolutely.
That I love that.
So
Okay,
sweet.
we're gonna take a super quick break,
Yeah.
and when we get back, I'm gonna ask you basically more about Beyonce. So we'll get to that right after this.
Not too deep.
Guess what, Grace?
I can probably guess. Is it a Squarespace ad?
That's true.
Oh, amazing.
How did you know?
Because I just wish for it upon a star and it happens, and I'm so grateful for it.
Well, they're our buddies, and they want you to know that you can turn your dream into a reality with Squarespace.
Squarespace makes it easier than ever to launch your passion project, whether you're looking to start a new business, showcase your work, publish content, sell products, and more. Squarespace is the tool for you.
With beautiful templates created by world-class designers and the ability to customize just about anything with a few clicks, you can easily make a beautiful website all by yourself.
Squarespace's powerful e-commerce functionality lets you sell anything online, and analytics help you grow your site in real time.
Everything is optimized for mobile right out of the box, and there's nothing to patch or upgrade ever.
Amazing. Buying domains is simple, and you'll get the help you need with Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning customer support.
Squarespace empowers millions of people, from designers to lawyers, artists to gamers, even restaurants and gyms, and Jack Ferries.
And Jack Ferries.
Yes, I use Squarespace to turn great ideas into something real. And let me tell you guys, it really is easy to use. So give it a shot.
Head to squarespace.com/grace for a free trial. And when you are ready to launch, use the offer code GRACE, GRACE, to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
That's squarespace.com/grace, offer code GRACE.
Not too deep.
This episode of Not Too Deep is sponsored by ModCloth. At ModCloth, there's no such thing as an ordinary outfit. Crafted by a team of in-house designers, ModCloth's signature style include hand-drawn prints, standout silhouettes, and an inclusive size range that celebrates all women. Fall's in full swing at ModCloth. If you're not already curled up in a sweater, they've got you covered with cozy essentials and cute knits that won't quit. And if you're feeling festive, be sure to check out their holiday gift guide featuring unique finds and perfect presents for everyone on your list, yourself included. Prep for those upcoming holiday parties with ModCloth's Party Boutique. Discover everything from sheer lace to luxe velvet to irresistible sparkle. And if you got a question about fit, their team of mod stylists can hook you up with complimentary sizing and styling help. And guys, I am a full advocate of ModCloth. I just recently got a maroonish deep red sweater with oh my God, why am I blanking? Hello Neighbor.
Mr. Rogers?
Mr. Rogers. Thank you, Jack, for
You're
being
welcome.
here to Jack check this. I was too excited about it that I totally forgot that I got a Mr. Rogers sweatshirt from them. They have everything that's like cute and feminine to Mr. Rogers. It's up to you, and they have everything. And you guys get 15% off your purchase of $100 or more by going to modcloth.com. Enter code NTD at checkout. That's MODCLOTH.com and enter code NTD at checkout for 15% off your purchase of $100 or more. This offer is valid for one-time use only and expires on January 5th, 2019.
We're back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're in a movie all about Nina.
Yes, I am.
What? Tell me about this.
Oh man, it's this really, really cool script from writer director Eva Vives.
Okay.
If I mispronounce that last name, I'm gonna be so humiliated. But she wrote this amazing script, and it's a little bit of her own story, and or quite a bit of her own story actually, which I think is so cool. And it stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's the best,
Yeah.
cool, so awesome, and kind of shows this character's experience as a comedian, stand-up comedian, and some going through some really tough shit in life.
Yeah. Off stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It sounds very cool.
It's awesome. I'm so excited for everyone to see it. I have a very small role in it. I play a very nervous stand-up comedian named Maria, who gets won't ruin it, but it gets really nervous to the max at their big audition.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
It comes out the end of September, right?
I believe it comes out the end of September.
So by the time this goes up, it will be out.
Right.
So
Oh,
hopefully
awesome.
people have seen it. And if you haven't, go see it.
Go see it, guys.
That's
Really
awesome.
great.
How was filming that experience?
Oh my God. It was awesome. It was so fun. I was so nervous because it was, like I felt like I was walking into something where like everybody, I'm like such a huge fan of them. Like Nicole Byer was one of the other comedians, and I was like, oh my God. Like, and of course, like she's the nicest person ever and the coolest, like funniest. Oh my God. She was like, so she made me feel totally at ease and kept me laughing the whole day, just like everybody else. Lots of great LA comedian. Jamie Loftus was like the comedy.
awesome.
Yeah, she's so fucking funny. She was like the comedy consultant, so she was there the whole time, and she's awesome. And Dre Vermeulen was another.
And Common.
And Common, come on.
One of the greatest comedians. Common. I've heard he's like the nicest man ever.
I didn't get to meet him, but I hear he's pretty nice.
Next time. That sounds awesome. And that's kind of an ideal role to play someone that's nervous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because that's my dream role, is to play an anxiety-ridden, pursuing entertainment persona. Yeah, that's a dream.
It's not a stretch for you or I.
Not at all. Not at all. Okay, what's your relationship with social media?
Social media scares me. I like it. I guess I would consider myself like a lurker.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always ask people, which we're all guilty of being lurkers, are there any accounts that you like hate follow?
Like I'm sure there have to be some,
Sure.
I don't like anything like, I guess I don't have any hate follows. I'm unashamed to follow away.
What? Okay, so who's like your top ones? Like, what are you looking at?
Well,
Here's the other question too. I know you're obsessed with Big Brother.
That's exactly where I was going.
Yeah. I was gonna say, have you made the deep dive into following those Instagram accounts?
Yes, but I have to unfollow or mute them because we live on the West Coast and mad spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
And they're so brilliant. Like there's one in particular that is my absolute favorite, and the name is Kel Torrio, which is actually a deep cut reference to maybe 5-6 seasons ago when there was like a spelling competition, and one amazing contestant, Pow Pow, she's a legend. She was like, I'm going to spell calculator and get all the MF and points. But she ran out of time and she could only get Kel Torrio. Which like I respect and appreciate. It's like one of my favorite Big Brother moments. So this account is called Kel Torrio, and they do these awesome, like funny little memes and these like beautiful edits of certain players on the game, which I like legitimately like enjoy. And I'm always like, oh guys, have you seen this? It's really funny.
But it's okay. Would you ever be on the show?
Oh my God. I don't think I could hack it, Grace. I don't. I'm like the biggest super fan, but like even like I think I'd be the person like the first week that gets voted out or just gets clowned on so hard that it's just like so humiliating.
Is there any celebrity that hasn't been on it that you would like love to see on Big Brother?
Oh my God. Yes. I would love to see like he'd never do it. George Clooney.
Oh my God. He would be amazing.
He would be amazing. I think he would win. I think he'd be a Derek like genius level player, sail through to the end. I really like I don't know if there's a celebrity that I wouldn't want to see on it.
Okay.
Especially, we're just kind of fresh off of Celebrity Big Brother, the first one here, right?
Right.
And that was just awesome.
That was pretty great. Ross was pretty impressive.
Ross, Marie, like I loved the whole cast, like Meta World Peace being like, did you? He was so good.
What did he have? He had like pet something that he brought around with him. It was some like stuffed animal or toy or something that he would just carry around with him.
It wasn't Orwell the owl, was it?
It was, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, Orwell's on every season of Big Brother because he's representative of Big Brother After Dark on Pop, which is awesome. But oh my God.
That was so funny that he would just walk around holding that thing all day long.
I think that was the cutest.
And he was legitimately losing his mind. It felt like he would just be sitting by himself talking to the cameras in the corner.
God.
I loved it.
I loved it so much, and I really think like Celebrity BB was made when he was talking to, God, was it Keisha and I don't exactly remember, but it was like essentially his alliance early on in the game. And they were like, who did you vote for? And he was like, I voted to keep so-and-so. I voted to keep so-and-so. And they were like, no, when you go in there and say their name, you're voting to evict them. And he was just like,
he had no idea what he was signing up for at all.
It was beautiful.
I feel like he thought he was signing up for like a reality show to live in a nice house. And he had no idea how the game works.
Oh my God. But he truly nailed it. He truly nailed it. And also my favorite was like Shannon Elizabeth was on it and they were buddies and stuff. And she got voted off earlier than him. And he was doing his exit interview with Julie. And Julie was like, who do you think's going to take this? And he was like, Shannon. It's like, Shannon's not in the game. You are so magical.
It's so pure.
It's
also,
amazing.
that season, made me want to wear like under eye depuffers.
God.
I feel like every woman on the show, every scene, one of them's got a pair of these under eye things on.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
And I felt the exact same way. I was like, I have to get some.
I was like, I
those.
should care more about my
I was
under
like,
eyes, I
know,
guess.
I know. Did you ever try them?
Yeah, they are very good.
They're very good.
They're very soothing.
How do you not get them in the actual eyeball?
I don't know. They seem
Okay.
to wear them effortlessly.
I know.
And anytime I wear them, they just slime down my face and it doesn't work out.
Same.
But are there any other reality shows that you're as obsessed with or like slightly less obsessed
Oh
with?
yeah. I mean, I'm just a fool for Bravo, Vanderpump.
Oh God. Have you gone to Vanderpump? Have you gone to the restaurant? Have you gone to Sir?
Yes, I've been to Sir. I've been to Sir. a
Did you
few
see
times.
any of them there?
Yes. We were
You're in a safe space. I've also been to Sir. I've been to Pump. I haven't been to Tom Tom yet.
Oh God.
It's on the to-do list.
You know that's the place to go because they got those frozen shots.
Oh
I was like,
yeah, they've been working hard on it.
yeah, and the food kind of looks good. kind of good. I have seen some of them there, but being this shy freak dork that's so scared of everyone, I was just like, wow. Like, oh my God, Lala just walked in. Like it was really cool. I think the Toms might have been outside by valet. It was really great. But I think it is like, as like a Vanderpump super fan, it is an art of picking what night of the week you go to have optimum cast.
Yeah, I feel like they must have contracts.
Absolutely.
Where they can drink for free there if they show up to hang out, and that they're obligated to like work, quote unquote, like once a month.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like there's no way that they're just hanging out there every day.
I would hope not. These are superstars.
They are there.
They're so like
They walk amongst us.
seriously, they really do. And like, I mean, they're doing their own successful businesses. Like,
Yeah.
it's like props to them for even making it in one day a week. But
Ugh,
yeah,
God bless them.
they're great. They're really
I'm glad that
great.
you're obsessed with that show. I am also obsessed with that show. It's coming back. And I also go and I watch all their Snapchats and like Instagram stories to see if they're like really friends in real life. And they are. They seem to really support each other now.
Oh, I'm all over those Instagram stories. They're so good. They're so good.
Okay, what is maybe the least useful constructive criticism that you've ever received?
Oh my God. Least useful constructive criticism. I would say, so I tried very hard to do improv and sketch comedy in Chicago,
Yeah.
and I just loved it. I grew up seeing the shows, and I was like, oh, it's so cool. But again, like I'm this painfully shy, like super anxious, like just holding it all in, weirdo freak. So it was like, I would almost barf before any like stupid little improv show. I'd be like, oh God, like really got to make this work. Can't let down the team, that kind of thing. And you know, sometimes, you know, I could get out there and sometimes my anxiety and like fear and terror would, you know, keep me back and I would not be in as much of the show. So I'd say like the least constructive criticism would be other people that I knew at the theater coming up to me and being like, oh, it would just be so great if you got out there more. And it's like, you think, motherfucker? Do you think it would be great if I got out there more? I do too. But you have no
You don't know what's
idea.
happening in my brain right now.
No, not at all. Like there's about 70 people up there telling me to shut up and leave, and no one will notice if you go change your name and move to Evanston that you like gave up trying to do improv. It's like you just that thing of like, oh, like come on, buddy, speak up, jab, jab. It's like,
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't think that was cool? I was in like 1.5 scenes. That's progress, man.
Yeah, I was going to ask about doing improv and sketch comedy. Are there any particular like weird or like worst show scenarios that happen? Because when I was doing improv in New York, the worst one was this new cool bar in Williamsburg opened, and they asked us to, like, one of our teammates knew the owner, and he was like, "Come do a show." And we started on this stage, and they didn't even turn their music off that was playing, and no one in the bar looked at us. You couldn't hear anything. It was just 20 minutes of screaming into a void. It was so bad.
That is a beautiful, like truly
It was
improv
tragic.
story.
And I was so bummed because it was a cool bar that I wanted to be able to go back to. And I was like, I cannot ever come back here.
100%. Yes. Like,
Yeah.
so many of those experiences, just like really bad stuff. I know I did, improv, at like a kind of summer stocky improv theater in Maine.
Okay.
Yeah, it was such an experience. So fun, so crazy. But I remember one night, I think we did like one night we did maybe like a 2-hour short form show. So it's not even long. 2 hours of like zip-it-a-doo, like I'm gonna sing this line. Like just imagine 2 hours of that for 2 people.
Oh my God.
For 2 people. And they, you know, we obviously like, we love what we do, but also like these people came and they drove out and we were like, we can't send them home without a show. So we thought we would give them this great, you know, the regular show, what we do whenever the house is full. But it turns out like comedy doesn't work like that. Like you need other people to be laughing. Like you can't count on like Martha and Bob to like get you on every line. They're tired. They didn't want this. So that's like one of my top, I'll never forget that. I toured for a while with Second City with like the best people. And most of them are the best people, and gotta be real. But no, truly, the people I got to act with some of my best friends, and we would go around the country doing these shows, and those were like 2-hour long sketch and improv, just like extravaganzas. They were epic, and we do a third act of improv, and we traveled somewhere maybe at the very tip of Wisconsin, and not one laugh for over 2 hours. Yeah. And we were so shamed that I was like, guys, should we just drive back to Chicago tonight? Like, I don't even think I can stay at Howard Johnson tonight. I feel like such a piece of shit.
Oh my God. Well, how many people were there?
That was a packed auditorium, Grace. It was completely full, which was really exciting at the start. Wow. Yeah.
Why? How did that happen?
You know, I don't know. I don't know if it was the wrong tone or the wrong flavor. I guess like, you know, Second City is, you know, an amazing, you know, it has this great history of, you know, political comedy sometimes, or like, you know, just trying to, you know, stay current. Maybe we weren't in line with their values. I'm not quite sure. We were actually, if we're being honest, we weren't in line with their values most of the time. But yeah, I just think, you know, maybe, or you know what? Maybe the 5 of us were just like legit not good that night. Like not, no one could pull it out.
2 hours, not a single chuckle. Oh, that is devastating.
It was brutal, especially when like between these things that are bombing, there are these like just banger needle drops that are like, oh yeah, like it's like, no, this is making it worse. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. So we did drive back to Chicago that night. Yeah, we did.
Oh God, that is, that's brutal. Those are the memories you try to just keep in the past. Keep it moving. Okay, if you were going to be on the show My Strange Addiction, what do you think your strange addiction would be?
Oh my God. My strange addiction.
Yeah, it's tough.
Probably. I mean, this is like kind of lame.
Okay.
Chocolate. You know, I try my best, but I can't really go to sleep without having it.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind?
I mean, any kind you have. You know, from Hershey's all the way to the like Vosges truffles. Like I'm there. I'm ready for it. I guess that's not really a strange addiction. I guess we're all kind of chocoholics. Like Kathy told us all that.
Yeah, exactly. But if you can't fall asleep without it, then that could be strange.
That could be strange.
So you made the cut.
I did.
How long have you lived in LA now?
I have lived in LA. I'm coming up on my 5-year anniversary.
5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of advice would you give to someone that is moving here? Or to yourself 5 years ago before you got here?
Oh my gosh. Great. That's a really great question. My advice is going to sound really, really stupid as hell, but it's really true. my advice is just come. I feel like there's like coming from Chicago and New York, like we all, sometimes we get scared, like, am I ready? Like, do I have enough under my belt here to go there and be somebody or do something?
Sure.
And I think that like those are all great questions, but I think that it's really honestly all a crapshoot, and you can do what you're doing here if you feel like drawn to here because of these wonderful opportunities and auditions and stuff. Like there's so much going on, and like obviously it's the entertainment capital of the world. Yes, you should be here. So my advice to anyone moving out here is like, don't fret.
Yeah.
Come on through.
Just try it.
And you can leave. I've had plenty of friends. One of my best friends was like, I do not like it here.
And that's okay to admit.
It's totally okay. Yeah, absolutely. So I say like, come on out, and also like, be ready to meet some really nice people. Like there's this like, this thought that like, oh, LA people are so nasty. I'm Maine. But like, actually like some of the nicest people I've met have been out here, and it's been really lovely. So I think like, push those misconceptions to the side and come on through.
That's really great advice. 'Cause I think people just sometimes need an extra push.
Absolutely.
And to know that it's not the end of the world too if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Do you have like a backup? Because sometimes in my head I have a backup plan that I'm like, this is when I run into the woods and we see what happens. And I joke a lot about becoming a WWE superstar being my backup plan.
I know you can, and I want to be your manager in the ring is what
that would be really fun. Yeah, I have a whole character. I have to come up with the name, but basically she always has a hangover and she comes out just so unkempt. And it's basically her walk down from backstage is a walk of shame type of scenario.
Grace, it is so
she
genius.
just wears dirty sweatpants. It would be perfect.
You have to. Can you get into NXT now? Because like that is so funny.
I really think about it.
Oh, it's so good.
But what would be your backup
plan? A1 being your Paul Heyman. You know what? I think about it a lot because like I'm constantly at every second of every day prepared to fail 100%. So my backup plan, I guess like I've held such high jobs at pizza places. I worked at Homemade Pizza Kitchen, which is now shut down. In Chicago, you basically like build like a dough. It's just a raw pizza, and then you bake it at home like you fucking did something. No, you didn't. You just spent $26 on a raw piece of shit. That joke's on you. But I worked there for a while. I've been a nanny. I worked at Victoria's Secret. I shouldn't be saying these names on your podcast.
You can. We're trying to get brand deals.
Okay.
Yeah,
Victoria's Secret. Oh my God, and semi-annual sale.
How long did you work there?
Oh God, I worked there. God, I worked there for quite a while, maybe about a year, until I found, I thought I had really made it when I got a management opportunity in retail. And I was like, Vicky, I'm out of here to go sell purses, which I did. And I did that forever. But I worked at Victoria's Secret for about a year in Chicago. I met some of the most amazing, like the women I worked with were the fucking best, funniest people, amazing ever. But it's like it's a store where you can working there, you can run into some like scary or interesting things.
I was gonna say, I'm sure it runs the gamut of who's walking through the door when they're coming in there and why they're coming in.
Oh my God.
Have you ever had to ask anyone to leave?
Again, going back to being shy, I never had the balls to. Like one time, like I saw this woman came in with like a baby, and like the baby just had like two little fistfuls of like lip glosses, and I was like, bye-bye. Like, see you. Like I couldn't bring, like it was just like, if you need the lip gloss, I just couldn't, what can you do? Loss prevention. I try my best. I had like one time, one of my Chicago comedy friends, his girlfriend came in and was like, oh, hey, how are you? Like, how are you doing? And I'm pretty sure she stole a lot of shit, but what, like, I don't know, like what I could have, what can you say?
You're not
there?
making money on them buying it.
No, I was barely making enough to pay my cell phone bill at the time at Victoria's Secret. So it's like, it's hard. It's hard.
I'm sure you've seen
the entire spectrum of the male emotional response to
my
Victoria's
God.
Secret.
Oh my God.
And I'm sure you've seen plenty of like lingerers.
Oh, the lingerers. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get a lot of dudes just coming in by themselves, not knowing, or just coming in kind of pervy?
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. More often than not, if you were coming in by yourself, you were usually pervy. I remember this one gentleman who came in. I was like, oh, what a sweet older gentleman. Like, this will be nice. This is great.
Yeah.
And he came in this really long, like, trench coat and just all that. Yeah. And I was like, hey, sir, like, how? I thought like this is gonna be sweet. He's getting something to his wife. Like, this is lovely. And he was like, hey, what do you recommend for my niece? And I was like, oh my fuck. But then I was like, can I give him the benefit of the doubt? He's just trying to be cool. He wants to be the cool guy.
Sure.
It's either you want to be the cool uncle and you're sweet and you're well-meaning, which sir, I give you the credit for that. Or on the other end, you're up to some nasty porn shit. And like, I'm not even talking like Pornhub or like what the other mainstream ones. I'm talking about like the ones you go to Google and you dig deep for. Like this guy's on that website. So there was a lot of stuff like that. Like also calls, less dark than that would be this example of the guy or a group of guys that would call up and they would just keep you on the phone for as long as they could. And they'd be like, do you guys got flip-flops right now?
Oh my God.
And you'd be like, yeah, we got a ton. Like, come on and see them. It's like, wait, what colors?
No.
Yeah. I was ignorant to the first few calls, and I would stay on that phone forever. And then like one of my girlfriends was like, what are you doing? Like and I was like, oh, that's what they're doing. And then like, I just couldn't help myself. The rest of the call, I'd still take the calls. I'd be like, you don't want to talk to Flipbox? I like patch them through up here. Like I'll take them. I don't mind. Like,
so you were an A+ employee is what it sounds like.
That's what I felt. I don't know. I don't know, if I.
That's so great. Okay, we're gonna take another quick break, but when we get back, we have a bunch of Twitter questions for you that are really fun. So we'll be right back after this.
Yay.
Not too deep.
Whoa.
What's up, Grace?
I'm excited because this episode of Not Too Deep is sponsored by Cafe Monster.
Oh, yes, because for many of us, the day doesn't start until we get that morning energy boost.
Let me guess, you're talking about coffee.
That's right, I am talking about coffee, and now there's a new way to enjoy your daily cup of joe thanks to Cafe Monster.
Let me tell you, it's available in vanilla, mocha, and salted caramel. Cafe Monster is shaking up the ready-to-drink coffee category with indulgent gourmet coffee that is only 190 calories.
Not to mention, with 150 milligrams of caffeine from coffee beans, B vitamins, and coffee fruit extract, Cafe Monster offers a simplified energy blend that contains a third less sugar than the leading national brand.
And in fact, it's 100 fewer calories per bottle than the competition, but you'd never know it by tasting it.
Instead, you get all the same feel and flavor as your local coffee house.
But you don't have to wait in line.
Which is perfect.
I hate interpersonal experiences, so this is absolutely exceptional for me. And also, the fact that their mocha tastes exactly like chocolate milk is an added bonus.
Yes, that is absolutely delicious.
What's your favorite, Jack?
I'm become a mocha person myself. I used to like the salted caramel, but
well, that's a good thing is they're all delicious, so it can change day to day.
It can, but I've gotten really, maybe because it's getting a little colder.
Oh,
the mocha is just like the
comforting,
chocolatey feeling. Yeah, you know.
And you know what they always say?
Oh, tell me.
Cafe Monster, chill it down, shake it up, enjoy. That classic colloquialism.
Not too deep.
Support for today's show comes from Crave.
Yay!
Gourmet jerky. Made with tender, gourmet cuts of meat and elevated yet simple ingredients, Crave jerky is a great source of protein that's low in fat, gluten-free, and contains all natural ingredients.
Ooh la la. Not to mention the range of flavors is bold and imaginative, from sweet and tangy to savory and spicy.
So what's your favorite? Because they've got some interesting flavors.
They have so many flavors. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The sweet chipotle beef is my favorite. It's got the perfect balance of sweet and savory. It's what I look for all hours of the day.
Yeah, that one's really good. They also have black cherry barbecue pork, which is just a very interesting flavor. But my favorite actually is the chili lime beef.
Oh, he's a chili lime beef guy.
I am, yeah. So you guys can try one of Crave's bold, tender flavors like chili lime beef or
sweet chipotle beef.
Thank
or
you.
Black cherry barbecue pork by going to cravejerky.com. That's crave with a K, KRAVEJERKY.com.
Get 20% off when you use the code GRACE, GRACE. That's cravejerky.com. Offer code GRACE.
Not too deep.
This episode of Not Too Deep is brought to you by, get ready, Frisky Britches. Frisky Britches is changing the way women shop for underwear. No more emergency runs to the store on laundry day. No more digging through piles of underwear to find something that you like. Instead, Frisky Britches offers a selection of high-quality panties in a variety of styles, colors, materials, and patterns. Simply choose your style and size, and you'll get 2 brand-name, colorful, and comfy underwear sent straight to your door every month. It is the perfect gift for yourself or your friends, and will make a great stocking stuffer during the holiday season. And I can attest, they are comfortable, they are cute, they are high quality, and they are delivered regularly. You never know what life's going to throw at you, so may as well depend on, your Frisky Britch. Everyone's got one. Frisky Britches has your back literally when it comes to feeling your best, starting from the moment you put on your britches. So go to shopfriskybritches.com to get started. And as a special deal for you, our beautiful listeners, you'll get 20% off your first month, which is, regularly priced at $14 using code GRACE, GRACE. That's shopfriskybritches.com. Offer code GRACE for 20% off your first month. We're back. Okay, Kate, before we get into these Twitter questions, I'm going to ask you the 2 questions I ask every guest that's on the podcast.
Awesome.
And the first is, who, alive or dead, would you most want to throw cold spaghetti at?
Oh my gosh, cold spaghetti, alive or dead?
Mm-hmm. Or fictitious.
Fictitious. Hitler?
Okay, yeah, fair answer.
I'd whip that shit.
I would love to see that scene. It'd be great. Okay, the other question is to tell us your worst pants shitting story or close call, but you can only use 3 words or 3 small phrases. So mine is college jogging front lawn. Yeah, I almost had a new one the other day, but yeah, it was okay.
God. 3 words.
Or small phrases.
Rare steak car.
Oh, God. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful spoken
Oh
word
my God.
poem.
Thank you. Also, to add, I didn't have a washer and dryer where I was living, so I had to go to the laundromat after that.
Oh, wow. Extra. Just layers of shame. Oh, you survived.
I did.
Jeez. Okay, now we have some Twitter questions for you. Someone asked, you and someone are stuck on an island. Who is that someone?
Ooh, who is that someone?
Yeah.
Me and someone are stuck on an island. Who is that someone? Wow. I mean, can I say Miguel? But also, his fiance is there now.
Oh, okay.
So
Nazanin.
I love her.
What's her name?
I think it's Nazanin. Does anyone? He calls her Naz.
Naz.
So sweet.
Jack Jacket.
She's awesome. Is she
really also
cool.
a musician?
She has been a singer. She does sing. She acts. She does it all. She's this drop dead gorgeous model. Does her own clothes. Yeah, she's really cool. And she also has I don't know what we call this now, but she has a lot of really truly actually inspirational insights and things that she posts on Instagram and in her stories. And I think she's just really cool.
The dream.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Sounds like everything
amazing.
she does is effortlessly wonderful.
It truly is. So I guess I cheated. That would be 2 people.
You can bring them both.
Can I?
Yeah. There's no rules. Someone wants to know what your favorite childhood memory is.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Or I would say your favorite IO memory.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'll do childhood. One of my favorite childhood memories is seeing Little Richard live. Was one of my first concerts, and my mom took me to see him at Ravinia, which is we lived in the city, but Ravinia is many suburbs north where where the rich people stay. And it's this like outdoor amphitheater. It's lovely. And yeah, my mom took me to see Little Richard, and she got in on the tickets early, so we were like second row.
Wow.
Yeah, and he just kept drinking. Like, I mean, I saw it, like, it was like, what, 2 hour show, and it was epic. I mean, he's amazing, but he just kept drinking Gatorade. He had like 8 to 12 Gatorades, and he was like, oh, I just need more of my juice one moment.
Wow,
That's
that's the
amazing.
secret.
Yeah. It was
How
really
old
good.
were you?
Really young, maybe eight.
Wow.
Ish.
What a cool mom to bring you to a show like that.
My parents were the coolest, for
That's
sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, someone wants to know, if you could eat any typically inedible object, what would you eat and why?
If I could eat any typically. Wow.
I'm trying to think about what my answer to this would be.
Great question.
Maybe a couch.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I gotta think about it more, but maybe a couch. That was my first thing that came to mind.
I was kind of led that way. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it's because like fruit leathers, then you go into like upholstery. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
couch would be great. CD.
Oh, a CD, chomping on a CD. Yeah.
We don't need those anymore.
Yeah, that's true. So we'd
recycle
just be
those.
recycling, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are great. Someone wants to know, is there a scene you can remember filming on Teachers that was the most hard to film without breaking out in laughter?
Oh my God.
Because did you guys, were you improvising on set a lot with each other?
Whenever we had time, we definitely would.
Yeah.
Which is always so fun. Where it was hard to laugh. I mean, I'm so scared when we're doing it that I'm going to ruin the day for everyone.
Oh, yeah, that is it. I mean, because there's so many other factors.
Yeah.
And so many other people that are like depending on the schedule.
Yeah.
Sticking to plan.
Absolutely. So that fear usually keeps me pretty horrified and grounded. But gosh, a scene where
Who was there a cast member that was most notorious for breaking?
I would definitely say the cast member most notorious for breaking and greatly encouraging the breaking of others would be the wonderful Tim Bagley, who plays Principal Pierce, and like obviously is the funniest living human, but would at times deliver a line, or if he had spaced on a line, the search for that line was so epically hilarious. So I'd definitely say he was the one who was making us all of us break.
What
whenever.
a guy.
Yeah, what a guy.
What a guy.
Also the nicest guy too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, how was the casting process for that? Because you guys brought in a lot of like amazing comedians.
Oh my God. So cool. Cool. We had great so much props to our casting directors. Sherry Hernandez just brought in like the coolest because we're all huge comedy fans, so when it's like, oh, like would so and so would they even read the email about this show? That would be so cool. So that cast, the casting process was kind of surreal in the sense that we were coming from Chicago, having shot a web series, and we had amazing people in that we looked up to, and then coming out here and the people that Sherry would be able to bring to us, where it was
cool.
crazy, meeting your comedy heroes every day, like Andy Daly and just Ian Roberts, who was our showrunner, also did.
Oh, I didn't know he was a showrunner. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, funny. Just sitting down with him when we were trying to find a show. It was the whole crazy. So lucky.
Have you had a sincere fangirl moment on set?
Oh my God.
Or just in LA in general?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I love them. I'm impressed by all of the celebrities. I will never say anything, but I geek out from, seeing Julie Andrews at my agent's office. We were doing some I think we were actually about to screen the pilot back in the day, and I was waiting in the wrong spot, and Julie Andrews was there, and I was like, wow, cool. That's really fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then seeing from that to seeing the the Nolan twins from Big Brother a few seasons ago. Like seeing them at like mess hall in Los Feliz, I'm like, oh my God, you know. So like, definitely, I'm starstruck every day in Los Angeles.
Oh, I know. It's so weird. It's so weird seeing them be real people.
Oh my God, yeah,
They're insane. Okay, someone wants to know least favorite fruit.
least favorite fruit.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, my least favorite fruit would probably they used to be my favorite, but now I'm in a weird phase. Kumquats.
Okay.
I think they're so like, what's up?
I
so
can't
sour.
say I've ever had one.
Try one. I need to know what you think. I don't know. They used to be good.
I think they just freak me out a little bit. Those and kiwis. I don't know. Like kiwis freak me out.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kiwis are a make or break situation. They're either really good or slimy and bad.
It's a texture thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, last question. Someone wants to know if you can star in any horror universe, which would it be and why?
Any horror universe?
Horror universe. Yeah. Are you a horror fan at all?
Yes, I'd say like I'm an ignorant horror fan. Like I'm like, oh, I love that. I'd love to watch that, but like I don't know like the great horror films. I probably am not so well versed in, but I would say that I would really love to, like being a Chicago kid, I would love to if they redid Candyman.
Oh,
yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's really good, and it's also like so 80s Chicago Candyman.
cool.
Or Chuck. Have you seen any of the Chucky?
A little bit. I'm a giant pussy, so I do not watch a lot of scary movies. I was terrified as a kid about Jurassic Park.
Oh,
so
that's so
that
sweet.
really kind of set the tone that if that's what I'm scared of,
Right.
and having nightmares about Tyrannosaurus Rex coming to my window, I don't think I can handle the other ones.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, if you ever are feeling risky, Candyman or Chucky, because they're both they're in a way funnier than scary, but also pretty scary.
I'll have to check them out. Kate, thank you for making time. I'm so pumped that you got to come be here. Every guest that makes time for being on Not Too Deep, we give them a little token of our appreciation. It's a customized fortune cookie.
Oh my gosh.
Jack has it right here.
so much.
And you
That
can
is
feel
so
free
nice.
to open
Can
it,
I?
of course.
Thank you so much for having me, Grace.
Yeah.
Everybody's so nice. Like such a, obviously, I'm a big fan.
God
Told
bless.
you, told y'all.
God bless.
Well, I'm really, really excited. Oh my God, it is really
Long.
A ghost flew out just as you open this cookie. It says thanks, but also might follow you around for a bit because you seem chill.
See?
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. That is awesome.
Well,
Thank
keep
you
us
guys.
posted on how that goes.
I will.
Also, where can people find you online or find out what you're working on if they don't already know?
That's such a nice question. You can, I do have a Twitter account, but I usually leave that dormant for once in a blue moon. But Cate Freedman, and really I'm on Instagram at Cate Freedman, CATE.
Awesome. Guys, go check her out if you haven't. She is wildly hilarious
So
and
kind.
so sweet. And again, thanks, Kate.
Thanks for having me, Grace.
Of course. We'll see you guys next time on another episode of Not Too Deep. Goodbye.
Too deep, too deep, too deep, not too deep with Grace Helbig.
Cafe Monster is shaking up the ready-to-drink coffee category with indulgent gourmet coffee that's only 190 calories, available in vanilla, mocha, and salted caramel. They have 150 milligrams of caffeine from coffee beans, B vitamins, and coffee fruit extract in every bottle. Cafe Monster offers a simplified energy blend that contains a third less sugar than the leading national brand, but you still get the feel and flavor of your local coffee house without having to wait in line. And let me tell you guys, try the mocha because it really does taste like delicious, delicious chocolate. Cafe Monster, chill it down, shake it up, enjoy.
Not Too Deep is a production of Grace Helbig Incorporated, producer and directed by Jack Ferry.
Producer and editor, Melissa D. Montz.
Writing by Diane Kang.
Production assistance by Adriana Montiagudo.
Post-production sound by Chris Henry.
And an extra special thanks to Flula for the theme music.